today at HRH Prog in North Wales, speaking to Sonia Christina from Curved Air. How are you doing today, Sonia?
I'm fine. How do you do? How do you do?
Yeah, excellent. Are you looking forward to today's show?
Yeah, no, I always look forward to the festivals. They have an extra kind of buzz about them. And you get all the people who've travelled miles and you really want to give them a good time.
Yeah. Do you like to sort of mix up the set list of old and new?
Yeah, we do. We do the ones that we feel are strongest, and that gets whittled down over the months, and that's what we tend to do depending on how long we have to play. We do the ones from North Star. That, I mean, the songs from North Star fit in really well with everything else, and people say that they seem to be quite happy with them, because doing new stuff, people come to hear old stuff, and doing new stuff is always a challenge.
Yeah.
But it all fits together beautifully.
Yeah, because obviously your sort of heyday was back in the 70s, and then you went dormant for a while and reformed back in 2008. Did you feel that was the time was right for a Curved Air reunion?
Yeah, well, I mean, Daryl was instrumental in getting that reunion together, but because I'd been working with Marvin Ayres on my project Mask, which he is a classical composer, and he's very big in the ambient world, and so I'd been exploring the ambient scene, having done a jazz album. So and acid folk and things. So I've been exploring different genres, working with talented people in those areas. And so every time Daryl asked every year, I was still, we were still recording something, and I felt I couldn't put my creativity into more than one place. And then we finished the second Mask album, and Daryl said, let's go, and so yes, and so I've been pouring my creativity into this ever since.
Okay, and you enjoying it?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it good to sort of sing the old songs again?
Yeah, I mean, when we did it in 2008, when we did our first show together, it felt extraordinary that, because the last time we had done a show was in 1990, but then I'd been on the road doing sort of acid folky things with the guitar, and it just felt, because then I was coming up to 60 then, or was I coming up to 50? 2008, how many years ago was that?
9
years?
9 years, yeah.
Yeah, yes, so I would be coming up to, I can't remember, my maths is no good, particularly when it comes to age. It's one of those age things. Yeah, I mean, I was approaching my antiquity. But, and I thought, well, I would never have thought when I was 21 that I'd be kind of doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
But it felt quite natural. It's nice. All I do is move to the music, and that's how I move to the music. So.
When you reformed, did you think, why didn't I do this before? Why have I left it so long?
No, because I've been using the time. I've been doing plays. I've been doing musicals. I've been having children. I've been following my superstar husband around the world, and sitting in the with the other wives, waiting for them to come off stage from some huge auditorium.
Yeah.
The police, that is.
Yeah.
And so I've been very busy. In fact, when we stopped in 1976, I'd been really wanting to stop for a while so that I could do these other things.
Okay. So everything fitted in. It was the right time for it all.
Yeah, and I did some tours as well during that time. Just with some of the old songs, some new songs.
And obviously the line-up now is slightly different to the early days. Do you feel that they complement the old material?
Oh, they're brilliant. What we look for in players is the strongest people who have the strongest voice. So who, when they're soloing, when we're improvising together, the music really comes to life. And when they're playing the old songs, they just sound alive. They have new meaning. And Robert Florian is still in the band from the original lineup, and Robert Norton, who's our keyboard player, and Paul Sachs, who's our violinist. That we worked together for many years between the late 80s and the late 90s. So we were with my acid folk Cloud 10 thing. We toured around with folk clubs with a light show, alarming everybody with all this, because they're very conventional in folk clubs. It's playing sometimes totally acoustically and sometimes with all the electronic gadgets, and you know it was a wild time. It was this sort of crossover between the psychedelic clubs, which and the folk, the new acoustic thing, and the both of which inspired me, and all the people involved and the clubs and things. It was nice to find I like finding scenes.
So with the new revitalised Curved Air, do you feel that that's sort of bringing all the elements from what you've done in between, and obviously the old Curved Air material? Do you think it's sort of this amalgamation of all that coming together?
Yeah, certainly as far as I'm concerned, because I mean, with North Star we're doing new writing, and I'm writing all the lyrics, which I prefer to do, because then that gives it a through line, and I craft the melody, maybe from melodies that they've come up with, but you just make it all fit. And so everything that you do is informed by things you've seen, things you've done, things you've been.
Yeah. Obviously North Star came out in 2014.
Yeah.
3 years ago. Is there any work on a new album going on?
Yeah, well, we just finished the cruise, and when we were on the cruise, we were
Cruise to the Edge.
Cruise to the Edge, yeah. And we, it just seemed like now is the right time. So we're, seriously going to be kind of
back in the studio.
Yeah, doing as much as we can this year, and hopefully have something to release in early 2018.
Oh, excellent. Well, I wish you all the very best with the set later.
Thank you.
And we look forward to the new album whenever you decide to release it. I'm sure it'll be another Curved Air classic.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be.
Okay. Thank you for the time.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.